Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 68 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. I'm the one who's going to finish this. Let's do this. We need to prove it. But what have we got that can prove it?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Not that
Is
different.
that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
The killer's mistake. Don't flinch, don't hesitate, don't run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else is gonna do it if I don't? Mikan, you made a mistake.
We can't think of
A
anybody
big
else
one.
who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Yeah, I got
Is
the
the hemp
proof.
bag on her head the proof?
No, of course
Is the
not.
hospital gown she was wearing?
doesn't
or
make
could
any
it be
sense.
The hospital slippers
You
she
knew about
Ibuki and
that.
Mikan.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital
Not
gown
really.
just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
When did I say that?
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Yeah.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki? Forgive me! Huh? 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 I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
She's right.
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third Panic Talk action, PTA. This is probably going to be my last job during a class trial. Please humour me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PDA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make it do with just the X button. Below the tempo marker in the lower portion of the screen, the number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need one bullet to destroy one remark. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks, no matter how much you mash the X button. You will be able to refresh your bullets by pressing the square button to reload. Just like locking on, press the square button in time with the tempo marker. The controls are the same as the X button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the square button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the square button. Okay. The number of bullets refreshed is based on how well you kept the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the square button, bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time. If your difficulty level is set to gentle, you do not need to reload. I guess this was a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That should be all the explanations for the class trials. The rest is up to you to overcome. You should be able to find it beyond this point. What you and I both yearn for. True despair. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Alright, this one. The way they did this one was so cool.
You still haven't forgiven
Alright,
me!
so I'm gonna press the X button a couple of times, or a bunch of times.
Draw on me!
And then when I get low, square, 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 X, 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 square, 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 X, X, X. Oh, I can press both.
Already?
Not really.
Forgive me!
Alright, I'm just gonna go Panic Talk action. Probably should have done it towards the when I was running out of bullets, but because of my skills, this is pretty easy to do. You'll see her shield's breaking very quickly.
I'll do anything you want.
Okay, she's negative tempo, but she's almost dead. If you look at the top left, she hasn't got many shields left. So plenty of concentration. Alright, Mikan, this is it.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Not if you got the theater bonus prize.
This is the end!
Bang! Yeah, that one is impossible to remember, but Monokuma mentions it.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
Thank you, Hajime. When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Mikan, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left. Please, just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Alright, here we go. This is actually a pretty short one. So let's see. Stock 1. Alright, we've got the ripped piece on the baton lighting, the video of the broadcasted hanging. Two step ladders are different somehow. Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, threw off the hemp bag. No, Manami's tote bag. Okay, so that's the first one, because Hajime sees the thing, he sees the video hanging, he's worried, remember, right to left. Now he's running towards the music venue. What did the killer do after the broadcast? This one? Yeah, threw off the hemp bag, no Manami's tote bag. She's in the conference room, she comes out. Hajime gets there, sees Ibuki, she's already hung, he runs off Mikan's waiting there. The body was hidden before. This one is the sorry, hang on. This one goes here because the small clue that the killer left, which was the ton lighting thing. Last stock. The killer ripped off the music venue's wallpaper to reveal Hiyoko. They missed this part. What's that? Oh, they're holding the camera. Smashes the camera. Oops, too far. Hang on. Smashes the camera. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. Showing that she broke the drumstick. Interesting. Ah, so she broke the drumstick and placed it there and used the glue. I thought the drumstick was actually still in the thing, but I guess not. Put it back to normal after destroying it, and that one is what's left of the surveillance camera unit. And then what are you spreading glue? How was the real locked room created?
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Let's go.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikan this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hiyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hiyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hiyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
That crazy face there. Can we take a moment to appreciate how good the art is during that, like, during the whole thing. I love the art of this game.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Let's see how many points I got. I think 11 was... Oh, I didn't get A. That's alright. Oh, so I got 125. I think this was the logic dive.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
Dun, 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 dun.
Well now.
Now then, though it may be obvious at this point,
Correct!
you got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right. The true identity of the horrifying blackened who killed 2 girls was Mikan Tsumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be crapping me. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive you.
Don't joke around with me. Mikan, did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them?
Hey!
Don't just laugh. Say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental.
Well, that's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Tsumiki we knew. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan too, you say?
I
know, because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Oh, hold on. Did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Uh-huh. Hajime, has something crossed your mind? My body's heavy. No, not just heavy. It's somewhat soft and really hot. That's right. Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, that must have been a high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps...
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means that Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Impossible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong. Completely wrong, you say? Well, let's find out what Mikan it means by that next time. For now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 68 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.